Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Monday Night Playalong Bluegrass Jam. It has been a while since we have met, and I'm so happy to have this opportunity on a Monday, all rested up and recovered from lots of adventures that I've been through, including the trip to India and Winter Wondergrass, which was kind of like a whole separate journey to a whole another planet. And here I am. And here we are. So we've got a cool set list on the slow jam here. And then, of course, we have a cool set list on the mid-tempo and the fast jam as well. So I'm just going to double check the live streams and we'll get started. I know there are probably a handful of folks who are joining us for the first time. And it seems as if on the social medias, on some of the posts, there was a handful of folks who were first-timers, so welcome. And I know this because you're asking for like the location of the jam, the link, things like that. I don't always put the links in the posts because the posts just don't get out if you put a link in it. It's just part of the game we play with social media. I just kind of like talk about the event, and most of you already know how to find it. And those that don't will ask, and I'll give you the link. But it's easy enough to find me on YouTube or Facebook. I'm the only Tyler Grant that looks like this. Okay, so double checking YouTube, and we're on. Okay, so here's how it works. We have the set list posted here for you. The first song is going to be Rough and Rocky. Don't That Road Look Rough and Rocky in the key of G. This is kind of the Flat and Scruggs version of the song. And I'm going to have a click track going the whole time to keep us in time and to keep us from rushing or dragging. And it sounds like that. And it's on the upbeat, so I'm strumming like 2 and 3 and 4. I like that to be like a mandolin chop. And that's how I practice with a metronome. And this isn't meant to be like a lesson on the song. I'm just going to give a brief rundown of the chord changes, and I'm always using the number system. So if you don't know the number system for chord changes, it's pretty simple. If you're in the key of G, G is the 1, A, B, C is the 4, D is the 5, right? If you're in the key of C, C is the 1, D, E, F is the 4, G is the 5. So it's easy enough to learn this, and it becomes automatic if you don't know it yet, and you start diving into that. But that's how we communicate in bluegrass for the most part. There will be some exceptions along the way, but not during this slow jam. It's all pretty straight ahead. And that's it. I'll kind of run you through the chord changes, and then I'll play a sample kickoff. And then I will turn on the click, and I will count you in, and you'll kick off the song with me backing you up on the rhythm. So whatever instrument you're playing, this is going to work well. If you're playing bass, you don't have to play the melody of the song, but you can if you want to. A lot of bass players are here just to work on their bass playing. And if you're not a lead player and you're just working on your rhythm, great. Play rhythm along with me. And throughout the song, I will take a break. I usually take the first break to give you kind of an example of what I would play over it, and give you a chance to back me up with your rhythm playing. And then after the next verse chorus, I'll pass it on to you for a break, and I just kind of guide you through it that way. So it's meant to put the music into context, and whether or not you know the songs, this is a great way to learn them. I learned a lot of bluegrass songs just by going to jam sessions. And you can always run the video back and review it, or you can say, this song Rough and Rocky, I'm going to go spend some time learning it, and then you can come back and jam along on the archives. And every jam we've done for the last several years is up on the archive list on the YouTube channel. There's a playlist of all those. And anything you need help with, just shoot me a message, and I'll send you the resource, or tell you whether or not I have a resource for you. Okay, so here we go. Rough and Rocky goes like this. I'm going to turn on the click. in the key of G. 1 and 1 and 4, 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and 1, 4, 1. 5 and 5 and a 1. Chorus. 4, 4 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and 1 and 4, 1. 5 and 5 and a 1. Okay, now I'll demonstrate how I would kick it off. And what's the kickoff? A kickoff is the instrumental introduction of the song, where you're basically playing the melody, but you're decorating it with some of the tools provided by your instrument and your style. So I'm going to play a sample kickoff, a very simple melody, and it's just over the verse of the song. That's just what we're going to be doing, is jamming on the verse. And this is mainly to show first-timers how I'm going to count you in. So I'm going to count myself in, and this is a sample kickoff. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So why don't I say 4? Because usually there's pickup notes. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, do. So the 4 is there, whether I say it or not. You know, the click is going, so I'm just giving you a count off that you can incorporate some pickup notes. If this is all a total mystery to you and you play guitar, sign up for my course on ArtistWorks where I explain it all. Okay, here we go. You're going to kick us off on Don't This Road Look Rough and Rocky, and I hope you'll sing along as well in the key of G. Here you go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's the verse. Darling, I have come to tell you, though it almost breaks my heart, but before the morning, darling, we'll be many miles apart. Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? I'm gonna play it. Can't you hear the night bird crying? before I leave you. One more kiss before we part. You have caused me lots of trouble. Darling, you have broke my heart. Though this road look rough and rocky, don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? When she's in my arms asleep. Okay. So there are the cues for the endings of songs. That is a turnaround. I mean, a tag. It's a tag. Means repeat the last line. And this is the ending. All right? So, there we go. Rough and Rocky. We did it. We're off and running. Okay, Valley of Peace. I just love this song. And it comes from Don Stover. And it goes like this. It's a waltz, so I'm going to adjust the click track accordingly. This is going to be 1 click per beat, so it'll be a faster click for the 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this one goes 1 and a 1 and 4 and 1, 5, 5 and 5, and 1 and 1 and 4 and 4, 5 and 5 and a 1. Now that's the chorus, and that's what we're going to be playing over. That is the section of the song which to me defines this song. The verses are just 1, 4, 5 throughout. So you can just follow me on those verses. But get that sound of that chorus in your head. I'm going to sing it one time. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. And if I'm kicking it off, I might go. Something like that states the melody. Okay? Here we go. You're going to kick us off on Valley of Peace. Put new strings on today. Settling in just a little bit. Okay, kick us off on Valley of Peace in the key of G. 1, 2, 3, go. Here's the chorus. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. I'm gonna play. are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Play. In the parlor a fire is burning so bright. The old rocking chair is empty tonight. Its tumbled down shack is a palace to me, and that's where I'm longing to be. Peace, peaceful valley of peace, where no sorrows are known. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Like heaven, it's heaven to me, it seems. Peaceful valley, my home. Okay, there is another verse, but I just wanted to get through that one and get our picking in so we can get through the slow jam in time for the mid-tempo jam. Oftentimes I do a lot of talking and explaining and extemporizing, and I want to keep us on time tonight. So let's do Sally Ann, and then we will I'll check in on everybody. So let me know on the chats on the Facebook and the YouTube. I tried to set this up on Instagram. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be happening. There's a whole different kind of set of codes you have to put in. They just, looks like they added Instagram to Caster, my multi-streaming service. So doesn't look like that's working yet, but I'll try to figure that out for next week, because hey, why not? But yeah, Facebook and YouTube, leave your comments. Let me know how you're doing, where you are, what you're playing, and your name if you're on YouTube, because your YouTube handle isn't always your name. And okay, Sally Ann. In the key of G, we're kind of doing like the Earl Scruggs banjo version from Rocky Mountain Banjo. Foggy Mountain Banjo. I got Colorado in my mind, right? And I'm going to do sort of a squared off version of it. So let me explain. It'll go like this. In the key of G. A 1 and 1 and 4. It'll be slower. 1 and a 1 and 4. 4, 4, 1. 1 and a 1 and 4. 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 1. 2 times. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4. 4 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 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 1. So twice all the way through that. Okay? What I mean by squared off is that Earl on Foggy Mountain Banjo album does one little extra bit on the B part. The other instruments don't, just the banjo. And it's a little nebulous as to if they go to a 5 chord or not in the B section. It sounds mostly like Lester's just playing that 1 chord the whole time on the B part. So if you play Sail Away Ladies, or you have a different version, an old-time version of Sally Ann, this might not register. But go ahead and play along. And this is like the bluegrass version of Sally Ann, the Earl Scruggs version. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to find a tempo. And being an instrumental, I'm going to be the one kicking it off. So it'll go me twice through the form, and then you twice through the form, and then me again twice through the form, and then you again twice through the form. And you can go ahead and tag it at the end if you have a good tag in the key of G. Da, da, da. That's a good tempo, nice and slow. Here we go. I'm kicking us off on Sally Ann, and I'm going to play Taters to kick it off. Here we go. Play. Okay, I answered your tag. There we go, Sally Ann. Just a beautiful tune with so many different versions and so similar to Sail Away Ladies and some other classic melodies. Okay, how we doing out there? YouTube land, Sandy from Bakersfield at the top of the heap as usual. Hello, Sandy. We're missing our friend Ava tonight. She is in Austria celebrating her dad's 90th birthday. That's exciting. Sandy and Ava are two of our regulars, as is Dave Schmidt. Hello, Dave. Welcome back yourself. And Blake Addison. I'm seeing so many familiar Some familiar names here. And very cool. The Real Jay Hizzy. That's Joel, who does our timestamps. And that's super helpful for everyone coming back on the archives. And the timestamps let you just skip ahead to a certain song or another. So thank you, Joel. And, oh yeah, the painting. This is a Scramble Campbell painting that I am in. I'm that one. This is from 2009, the Yarmany Grass, with the Emmett Nershey Band, of which I was the bass player. I look more like this guy now, but that's Bill Nershey. Okay, and Scott, I believe, yes, in Flagler Beach. Hello, Scott. And Dave in Wisconsin playing on the D18. Very cool. And Scott in Flagler Beach playing on the mandolin to switch it up tonight. Bass and mandolin. Very cool. Rob is playing the double bass in Delaware. Hello, Rob. Brock is down in Colorado Springs. Oh, you won an Artist Works subscription. Very cool. Well, send in your video exchange. And I'm actually getting to video exchanges tomorrow. I fell a little bit behind because of Winter Wondergrass, and I needed like a week to recover from that. That was an intense festival in the cold. Dan in Denver playing along in the mandolin. Very cool. Glenn Howie. Glenn Howie. You're Howie. Cool. All right. Thanks for being here, Howie. And double check on Facebook land. Ooh, I need to get to another window here. Let's see if I can see. Here we go. Hello, David Holcamp at the top of the list as usual on Facebook. Nice to see you, my friend in New Mexico. And hello, Jim Hanaway. Welcome back yourself. Jim always has great requests for our jams. Hunter Preston, very cool. Well, good to be thinking about it, and you're here picking along. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Ron Lipton in Indiana. And Reiko from the great country of Niagara. Reiko or Rocco? I'm not sure. Kevin Fran in Buffalo. It's been a long time, and you are still picking away. The weather can't decide what season it is here in Denver either. It's been spring conditions, but we got winter coming back this week, which is a good thing because we need that snowpack in the mountains, and we need that runoff this actual upcoming spring on the rivers where I'm going to be hanging out. Hello, Jeremy. And where are we here? And Ron, learned the Wayne Henderson version of Sally Ann with 5 chord. Yeah, most people do put that 5 chord in the B section. Either that or which is more like Sail Away Ladies. But anyway, we just kind of did the straight up Earl Scruggs version. I try to keep the banjo players happy. I know there's some banjo players here. I obviously attract a lot of guitar players, but I want this to be inclusive of everybody. So I try to keep some of the straight ahead banjo numbers in the list. Wayne Decker, first time in New York State. Okay, welcome, Wayne. Thanks for being here. Hello, Mike Cluverius, Mike and Plum in Richmond, Virginia. And let's see, Ken, mediocre bass. Hey, time to get better, right? That's what we're doing. We're practicing together. Thanks for being here, Ken, in Asheville. And Wayne is playing on a rain song. Very cool. I have a rain song guitar myself. A very nice one. It's the vintage series with the wood top. Hello, John in Boulder, playing some dobro. Uncle Johnny. Very well. And hello, my darling Marissa in the cabin. I'm actually in Marissa's cabin, where I don't really live here, but I hang out when I'm in town. And we just got, or I should say, Marissa just got the blazing fast Wi-Fi, so I can just do the jam from here. That is a nice, nice thing. I don't have to travel to other friends' houses. Like Carmel and Todd and all of our friends out there who have allowed me to host the jam at their homes. I'm so grateful for all of you. And so now I can just stay here, which is great. Hello, Colin, up late in the UK. Oh yeah, we had a time change over here. They don't have the time change in the UK. And hello, Deb Pavick in Durango. Okay, well, y'all keep talking amongst yourselves. We're going to get back to the program. Great to have you all here, and we're going to walk the dog now. This is Walkin the Dog in, what, key of A? Correct, key of A. I hope that's right. I'm walking the dog. Yeah, okay. Some of these are like first-time songs from the New Year, New Songs and Tunes Jam that we had back in January. And I'm realizing that was 2 months ago. That was the last play-along jam we had. And some of those new songs and tunes I actually had to kind of review a little bit today because it had been all that time since I played them. So I'm just going to hang out in open A for this one. Why not? It goes. And a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1, 5 and a 1, and then the chorus goes to the 4. 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and back to 1 and a 4, back to 1, 5 and a 1. So my kickoff here. One last shout out, Robert in Greenville, South Carolina, novice in Greenville. Hello, Robert, and welcome. Okay, I'll find a tempo for this and I'll demonstrate the kickoff. Same tempo as last song, or Sally Ann. So my kickoff would go 1, 2, 3. Okay, why don't we do like this? So kick off on the verse, and then I'll take the first break, and then I'll pass it over to you to take the chorus. So take a break on the chorus. A break just means solo, right? So take a solo on the chorus form up to the 4 chord. And then next round of breaks, you take the verse and then pass it to me, and I'll play over the chorus, okay? So just kick us off on the verse like normal, and we'll get into the song. Walkin the Dog in A. Here you go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Walking the dog and I'm never blue. I'm walking the dog, I ain't thinking about you. I don't need no one to tie me down. I'm walking the dog and painting the town. Such an easy life I never knew, until the day that I left you. I'm a carefree lad that's seen the light. I'm a walking the dog all the day and all night. Here I go. such an easy life. I never knew. I can't believe it's really true. I'm a carefree lad that's seen the light. I'm walking the dog all the day and all night. Okay, there we go. A song of non-attachment, I guess you could say. A lot different than many of the bluegrass songs, which are based purely on attachment. Okay, fun. When You Are Lonely. This is just taking it back to the beginning. An early Bill Monroe song. And we'll do this in the key of D. It works well in the key of G for male vocal. But I just using this as a song in D tonight. It's a little lower. To sing, and allows us to work our D chord. But as you can see, I'm capoing for this, playing out of C position. And it goes like this. One, one and one and a one. One and one and a five. One and one and a one. Five and five and a one. To the four and four and a one. One and one and a five. One and one and a one. Five and five and a one. My kickoff might go. And let's do the same thing as we did on the last song, where kick it off on the verse, but then when we take the breaks, we'll trade. So I'll do the verse first, and you'll take the chorus to the 4 chord. And then next time around, you'll start on the verse, and I'll take the chorus to the 4. And I'm just going to bump this tempo up a tiny bit. We got to work our way toward the mid-tempo jam from this, which is, of course, the slow jam. Everything's being played slower than standard performance speed. So here we go. Kick us off on When You Are Lonely, or you might hear this called Someday, Sweetheart, When You're Lonely, in the key of D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm thinking of you, little darling, on the day that we first met, and those words, sweetheart, that you told me, I swore I would never forget. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely, remember the heart you have broken, and the one that has loved you so true. I got You told me that you always would love me, and no one would ever come between. But it seems to me you've forgotten all those things you told to me. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely and you have no one to care for you, remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. Play. Here I go. I'll forget all those things that you told me and try to start our lives anew. But remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. Oh, someday, sweetheart, when you're lonely and you have no one to care for you, remember the heart you have broken and the one that has loved you so true. I totally blew that going to the chorus. Let's see. That would be the beginning of it. I got distracted. Sometimes I look over here and I get distracted of what I'm doing, and that's part of our game here, is to try to focus, right? And to have fun. That's the name. That's the main part. Okay, fun. That's just a song that tells you the same thing over and over again. That's one way of writing a song. Okay, Forked Deer, our second instrumental of the slow jam, and this is just one you gotta learn if you don't know it. But I'll try to play it like pretty straight the first time through, and then the next time through I'll decorate it a little bit. But anyway, it goes in the key of D. 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4 and 1 and a 1 and 5 and a 5. 1 and 1 and 4 and a 4. 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. Again. 4 and a 4. 1 and a 1 and 5 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and 4. 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. 5, 5, 5 and a 5. 5, 5. 1 and a 1. 5, 5. 5 and a 5, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1, 5 and 5, 5 and a 5, 5 and 5, 1 and a 1, 5 and 5, 5 and a 5, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. Okay. So there we go. Like I said, I'll just play it really straight, like very straight melody the first time through, in case you wanted to come back and learn it. And remember, on YouTube, you can slow these videos down, right? Okay. Here we go. Forked Deer. I'm going to kick it off, and we'll play it through twice. Me all the way through A and the B part, then you all the way through, and then me again, and then you again, and then you tag it. Okay? Twice through, me and you on Forked Deer. my little arrangement of that I recorded on the Up the Neck album, and it was a contest number for me, and it has kind of grown. Uh, it was something that I practiced so much and became so associated with like a lot of nerves and stress that to this day, going back and trying to play my arrangement of that piece is really, really difficult. Even at a very slow tempo. It's a funny little thing the mind does with association. If there is a tune like this that you're stumbling on and have started to develop feelings that aren't 100% positive, it's a good idea to put that thing away for a while and maybe come back and try it again when you can reassociate it with a positive flow in your playing. Okay, speaking of positive, this is a beautiful song. The birds were singing of you, and this is in the key of F. Last time I introduced this at the last session in January, and we were in G, and I've just found it's a little more cozy for me in F, and it allows for me as a guitarist to do this fun C position kind of cross picking on, which is very much in the style of Mother Maybelle Carter, who, you know, recorded on the original version of this song with the Carter family. And I'm not sure if this was sourced from somebody in their neighborhood, like with a AP and Leslie Riddle would just go basically steal songs from people. I'm not sure if this was acquired that way or if AP wrote it. Anyway, it's a great song, and it goes in F, 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and 1 and a 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. So that's one verse, and then another verse follows, and then the chorus goes to the 4. 4 and 4 and a 1, 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. Okay. Trying to stay hydrated here. Okay, so my kickoff, let me find a tempo. Increase this just a wee bit. So my kickoff would go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is a duet. It's really fun to sing with another singer who knows all the words. And I brought this to India, and my friend Bonnie in India, who lives in Calcutta, Nabanita Sarkar, she sang this and learned all the words, and we had a fun little duet on our performances with this song. Okay, kick us off on The Birds Were Singing of You in the key of F. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Last night the pale moon was shining singing out among the trees and views, and all the birds, my darling, we're singing of you. To the fore. We're singing of you, my love. We're singing of you. And all the birds, my darling, we're singing of you. I got it. I think of you in the daytime. I dream of you by night. I wake and I wish you were here, love, and tears are blinding my sight. The flowers that slumber so sweetly, the stars above the blue, oh, heaven itself, my darling, is thinking of you. Is thinking of you, my love. Is thinking of you. Oh, heaven itself, my darling, is thinking of you. Play. I open my window so gently, looked out at the dreamy view, and all the world, my darling, was sighing for you. To the chorus. Was sighing for you, my love. Was sighing for you. And all the world, my darling, was sighing for you. Very nice. Okay, we have one more song on the slow jam, and then in just about 11 minutes we'll start the mid-tempo. So we'll just have a very short break, just enough for me to turn off the video and start a new one. So coming back to the mid-tempo jam, you'll need to give me a couple minutes after this is over and then refresh the page, and the mid-tempo jam will pop up as soon as I can get going. And I'll give you some updates about stuff happening. Let's see. Got a bunch of new shirts in India. That was part of the fun of the trip. And if you didn't watch that recap video, that's on my YouTube channel. You should definitely check that out. There was some amazing musical collaborations and just wild adventures over there. And but mainly the music. The music was very, very special, and getting to meet so many musicians over there, including some players who play along on the Monday jams. And I don't know if you recall, a while back, my friend Atandra, who's my friend now, who I met in India, he chimed in on one of the comments, and it really blew my mind that somebody was picking along that far away. And so Atandra and Naman and of course Bonnie, who I mentioned, and Rajarshi, and so many great bluegrass players who I met over there who are pursuing this. B2, he's another one. And it's so cool to just be part of such a of such an exchange. And of course, I went to India knowing very little about it, and I left knowing very little about it. It's a huge country with 5,000 years of tradition and so many cultures and so many different styles of music. And I just kind of dipped my toe in it and was just absolutely blown away by everyone's acceptance of us being there and eagerness to learn what we were offering and eagerness to share what they were offering to us in terms of music. And it was just amazing. But there's things coming up. I'm going in next week to record a new album. Hey, so I'm going to the studio. It's going to be a new acoustic album, a lot of flat picking stuff. So everybody watching this will probably be interested in that when it gets released. I'm planning on having that out for this summer, I really hope. And looking at the calendar, Winter Wondergrass Tahoe is my next big event, and that's April 5th, 6th, and 7th at Palisades, Tahoe. And a bunch of other stuff coming up. Baja Wondergrass is after that. And then there's some other stuff in Colorado at the beginning of May that I'll hip you to once all that gets announced. Oh, and Deb was asking about music camps. So I will be at Rocky Grass Academy, which is long sold out, but there might be a way to get in there. That is July 21st through 25th, right before Rocky Grass Festival in Lyons. And I'm also teaching, as I do every summer, at Augusta Bluegrass Week in Elkins, West Virginia. That is July 14 through 19. That's the week right before Rocky Grass Academy. And that is a very, very special event to me. And then there's a new thing that's about to be announced. It's in Montana, September 19 or 18, September 18 through 22. This is going to be announced in a couple days or next week maybe, and it's going to go on sale, and I will post all those details to my website. And I think it's near Bozeman, but it's a cool first time event, Montana Music Retreat. I'm teaching guitar. Chris Cool is doing banjo and vocals, and Sharon Gilchrist is doing mandolin, and that's all I know for now. But like I said, I'll keep you posted on that. So those are my only in-person events. If you really want to learn what I have to offer on guitar, definitely sign up for the Artist Works Flat Picking Academy. Okay, let's do this last song. This is Please Come Back Little Pal. So I won't be here next Monday, but the following Monday, 2 weeks from tonight, I'm planning on that. So I will announce the set list on the Friday before, as I always do. So, in the key of B flat. 1 and 5. 5 and 5 and 1. 1 and 1 and 4. And 1 and 5 and 1. That's the song. And my kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. Not perfect, but that would fly. Realize I've gone a little sharp. Okay, kick us off on Please Come Back Little Pal in the key of B flat, and then we'll sign off and come back for the mid-tempo. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. when you told me that you still love me and that you would always be my own. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay, for my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. I got it. I'm lonesome tonight, little pal. I'm sad, I'm alone, and I'm blue. There's an empty aching in my heart, and no one can fill it but you. Oh, please come back, little pal. Please come and stay, for my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. Play. Last chorus. Please come back, little pal. Please come and stay, for my heart has withered like the petals of a rose I saw dying today. Okay, good times. I need to work on that high vocal again. It's been a while since I've tried that song. But there we go. Fun, slow jam. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to shut this down and come right back as quickly as possible with the mid-tempo jam. So y'all come back. Thanks.